Math Ninjas, looking at some super important topics. Fundamental, can never work on it too much, can always use a reminder, got to know it in your journal. All right, we're talking about integers, and integers is a number set that includes negative, zero, and positive numbers. That's what integers is. It's a number set. Number lines are good. Number lines are your friend. Make one in your journal, have one out. -3, 0, 3. Just do it. It helps you when you're working with things like, okay, if I'm at 3, and then, I mean, here we got to talk about take away a -4, but if it was like at 3 and then -5, it'd be 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -2. Okay, cool. 3 minus 5, number lines are your friend. Use it. All right, a couple other things with integers. To take away a negative, to take something away is like to add. All right, that's in your journal. Unless you could like go and teach that to a group of 9th graders, then you want to write that in your journal right now. So it's in there. To take away a negative means to add, and it's a double negative. I will not go to Great America, right? So I'm going to Great America. It's a double negative, so it's to add, okay? So what we would say then is 3 take away a -4 is the same thing as saying 3 plus 4, which of course is a lot easier to see it. It is that easy. It is 7. 3 take away a -4 is 7. To take away a negative is to add. Now, when multiplying and dividing, if the signs are opposite, the answer is going to be negative. Put it in your journal. If the signs are the same, the answer is going to be positive. All right. So this is multiplying. Remember, parentheses, parentheses, that means multiplying. I've got 8 groups of a -4. So I could write -4 8 times if I wanted to. I don't. It's 8 groups of a -4. 8 times 4 is 32. The signs are opposite. It's negative. The answer is a -32. Here, 10 divided by -10 divided by -5. And a lot of times division now we're showing with the fraction bar, numerator, denominator, but here we're using the division sign. The signs are the same. -5, -10, -5 goes into -10 2 times. And that does make sense. That is kind of logical. There are 2 -5s and 1 -10. The signs are the same. The answer is positive, okay? Good reminders. You got to know this stuff. Super fundamental mathematics. Put it in your journal. This stuff is on the quiz on Friday. The other important, super important stuff, super fundamental stuff, fractions, rational numbers. Rational is in ratio, right? A ratio, comparison of two things. So when adding and subtracting, denominators must match. They must be the same. You guys know that. But fractions are weird because you got multiplying, dividing, different things, okay? So make sure adding and subtracting fractions, you got to be talking about the same type of parts. So I see my denominator is going to be 14, right? That's my lowest common denominator. So for that, I'm going to times by 2, times by 2. I'm going to rewrite this 2/14, and then you tell me. To take away a negative means to what? Add. Okay, so to take away a negative means to add. So plus 5/14 is equal to 7/14. I do expect you guys just know I'm going to go ahead and simplify that. We like things simple. So you would give final answer 1/2. Multiply. Multiply is actually the easiest one. You just multiply straight across, right? Numerator and denominators. Here I'm saying 5/1, which is 5, right? I just wanted to write it like that, 5/1 times 2/5. And in a way, multiply, you can also say of. So it's like saying, what's 2/5 of 5, right? What is 2/5 of 5? And multiplying straight across, 5 times 2 is 10. 1 times 5 is 5. So 5/10, again, we would say simplify, and that simplifies to 2. And check that out. What is 2/5 of 5? What are 2 parts of 5? 2, right? So it does make sense. I wanted to write it like that. Remember, whole numbers, you can always put over a 1, and that can help. When dividing fractions, and this is another one where like people are like, what? You multiply by the reciprocal being two numbers that equal 1. I'm just going to put this over here, like an example of reciprocal. So if you had 1/7, what is the reciprocal of 1/7? Meaning, what do I multiply by to equal 1? How do I get that? You guys even still able to see this? Okay, let me move this over. Yeah, what do I multiply to get 1, right? Well, 1/7 times 7, 7 over 1 is going to equal 1. These numbers are reciprocal numbers. 1/7, 7 over 1. Know that vocabulary, put it in your journal. All right. Going on. So dividing, you can use this rule, multiply by the reciprocal method. Now, hold on. You don't always need to use that. Check this out. So we've got 3 divided by 1. So like multiplying goes straight across. 3 divided by 1 is 3. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So that here, it is set up. Like I'm looking at it, I'm like, no, I can divide that. Now, what we're told is that we can multiply by the reciprocal. I could show you, I'm not going to do it right here. I could show you why that works. It's not just a silly made up Monopoly game rule type thing. Multiply by the reciprocal actually works. And we can see we're going to get the same answer. So 3/8 multiplied by the reciprocal of 1/4 is 4 over 1, right? And so that now I multiply, now it's multiplying easier, multiply straight across. 3 times 4 is 12. 8 times 1 is 8. Look at that, 12/8 simplifies to 3/2. And there we are. So same answers, 2 different methods. This method is true. You could try it a gazillion times. You're going to see that multiplying by the reciprocal when dividing fractions will always give you a correct answer. And it can be proven. And in math, we like that when things can be proven. We expect it. We demand it. All right, you're doing practice problems. All right, so homework, 6 problems. Integer, fraction, fraction. And then here, I didn't talk about it already, but working with simplifying expressions. This is an expression, 3x plus y plus 17 minus 5x. It's not an equation. There's no equal sign. It's an expression. Simplify. What are the like terms? You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to add in a -20 just to make it more fun. Okay, so that is your expression. These are your practice problems. Do it.